Today, we are getting our very first look at the special order sent down from the new interim police chief, Paul Humphrey, to the entire staff. Our senior reporter, Isaiah Kim Martinez, and photojournalist Emma Gefter have been looking over the internal memo. And Isaiah, are there many changes?
Well, Doug, a lot of this is reinforcement, is what I'm being told, explicitly stating some of these details. This, of course, comes just one day after the previous chief resigned amid multiple lawsuits hanging over the department. The interim chief is now promising major changes. But Louisville's top police accountability official tells me today it'll take more than just policy to make officers truly comfortable to use all resources at their disposal.
Other sexually oriented conduct, whether intended or not, that is unwelcome and has the effect of creating a work environment that is hostile, offensive, intimidating, or humiliating to workers may also constitute sexual harassment. It seems to be coming in line with federal and local standards.
At our request, Louisville Inspector General Edward Harness, the accountability arm of Metro government, reads a new memo just released Wednesday.
It's good that it's more explicitly detailed within LMPD policy.
It's a reinforcement.
It's a reinforcement, certainly.
A 3-page special order from Interim Police Chief Paul Humphrey details immediate changes to the way LMPD addresses sexual harassment claims within the department, putting extra emphasis on what's available for those reporting a problem.
They can come to us and trust that our process will be fair and thorough for them.
Harness's office is now explicitly stated as one of a few safe spaces outside of LMPD for officers to turn to. But he makes it clear the words on paper will only be as impactful as the culture surrounding them.
There seems to be intimidation and retaliation for those coming forward to whatever reporting agency, whether it be command or any other entity. And so that has to change, and that has to be department-wide, irregardless of whether or not they come to us.
In a news conference Tuesday, Humphrey giving a pledge.
What I am promising to you, to the community and this agency, is we are going to have solid leadership. We are going to have clear instructions, plans, and communication to both officers and the public about how we are going to behave.
He's always been a man of his word as it relates to our agency, and I think he'll continue to be that.
Meanwhile, at an unrelated business luncheon, Mayor Greenberg was asked if he has a time frame for the next police chief.
I'm not starting any kind of search at this moment. Interim Chief Humphrey is fully empowered to lead LMPD in this direction that we're talking about.
And Doug, I actually just learned here in the last hour, according to an LMPD spokesperson, the Jefferson County Attorney's Office has also trained some executive command staff just in the last week as it relates to issues of sexual harassment, how to deal with those issues. As we know, that's something that the Attorney's Office has offered in length to recruits when it comes to training and things of that nature.
So from the recruits to the commanders now. Well, let's talk about Mayor Greenberg will hit 2 years in January in office. That's always the reset point for most mayors with a 4-year term, obviously. Would you say that the LMPD and this department head is probably the single most department in the city of Louisville that could impact the future election coming up as this plays out another 2 years? It's got to go right.
You could argue a lot is riding on this. Representative Jason Nemeth said in one of our stories yesterday that he can't get this next pick wrong. This has to be right. He, of course, is a prominent Republican on a state level. We know that the next Republican who comes in potentially to challenge this current mayor will use law enforcement, as we can expect, as a major kind of item to his campaign or her campaign. So a lot rides on this decision, and the mayor himself is putting a lot on Paul Humphrey, the interim chief's plate. He talks about changing culture, talks about reducing crime, talks about this looming consent decree, all on the plate of this current interim chief right now.
All right, it's going to be a fast 2 years or so. Thank you.